The head of service, the father of investment company, Alhaji Kabiru Muhammad Gairi, honorable commissioners here present, honorable special advisors, His Royal Highness the Emir of Gusau, Sarkin Katsina, Alhaji Dr. Ibrahim Bello, my colleagues, the Director Generals here present, other head of extra-ministerial departments and agencies, distinguished personalities, invited guests, friends of investment company and investment family, distinguished members of the press, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. In the name of Allah, the most beneficent, the most merciful. Praise be to Allah, on whose infinite mercy and blessing made it possible for us to gather here today for the flag of National Identity Card Project under the Digital Identity Ecosystem, which is a framework involving the National Identity Management Commission, NIMC, working with public and private service providing partners to create an enabling environment for the effective and efficient mass enrollment of Nigerians and legal residents in Nigeria into a centralized and secured national identity database, where digital identities are issued to everyone in the form of National Identification Number, NIN. It is therefore my utmost pleasure to welcome our special guest of honor, His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Zamfara State, Honorable Dr. Bello Muhammad M.O. and Shatima Sokoto, Bardan Kasar Hausa, Matawallam Maradan, to this very important occasion. Your Excellency, on behalf of the entire staff of this very important and developmental company, I want to most sincerely thank you for not only finding me fit to be appointed as the Managing Director or Chief Executive Officer of the only investment company in the state, but for your attention and considerations which made it possible for us to achieve so much, hence our convergence here today for the flag of the all-important mass enrollment of Nigerians, particularly Zamfara populace, which is a project under the Ministry of Communication and Digital Economy. I also want to recognize the presence of all the commissioners that are here with us, special advisors, director generals, head of extra-ministerial department and agencies of government, and other invited guests to this very important gathering. Your Excellency, distinguished personalities, ladies and gentlemen, permit me to quickly, but most importantly, highlight some of the lofty benefits of this project. This initiative aims to improve identity authentication of citizens and make all identity-related transactions safe within and outside the country, Nigeria. This is in addition to underscoring the significance of identification in the day-to-day running of government affairs, as state and local governments rely upon identification to offer certain services to people and to carry out state-level functions. Similarly, Your Excellency, this project will generate employment to hundreds of young people, both computer literate and non, who are going to be deployed to various enrollment centers across the 17 emirate councils of the state as enrollment agents. Your Excellency, sir, enrollment of individuals is free. but licensed private vendors like us are entitled to a remuneration of 350 naira for every successful enrollment of a person with the issuance of a valid unique national identity number, NIN. The project, if successfully implemented, will generate a minimum monthly income of over 10 million naira, making an annual projection of over 100 million naira for the state. Your Excellency, distinguished personalities, ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to report here that approval to operate 20 enrollment centers was given to us, and we have established centers in each of the 17 emirate councils of the state, with 3 additional centers in the state capital of Gusau. Gadget requests for the project were procured, tested and certified by NIMSI, and I'm happy to tell His Excellency that we are good to go. This will no doubt improve the level of enrollment of Zamfara citizens and ease the sufferings of our local populace wishing to be enrolled. Let me use this opportunity to appreciate the contribution and support of Zamfara State Council of Chiefs under the chairmanship of His Royal Highness Alhaji Attahiru Muhammad Ahmad CON, Emir of Anka, of providing office accommodation which serve as enrollment centers in their domains. On behalf of Zamfara State Investment and Property Development Company Limited, let me once again welcome Your Excellency and His entourage to this flag-off ceremony. I pray that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will continue to increase you in wisdom and good health as you momentously pilot the affairs of our dear state Zamfara. May we also live to witness the return of legendary, peaceful and harmonious coexistence in our dear state. Thank you very much, and wassalamu alaikum. Wanda cikin yawar Ubangiji, shugaban ma'aikata na jihar Zamfara Alhaji Kabiru Muhammad Gaire ke wakilta sauran manyan baki da ke wannan wuri. A yau mun taru a wannan wuri ne domin kaddamarwa da kuma budawa na tsari na yin national identity, wato takardar katin ɗan ƙasa kamar da aka sani a Hausance. Jihar Zamfara tana ɗaya daga cikin jihohi wanda Allah ya sa aka ba wannan lasisi daga hukumar nan da ke kula da wannan aiki, ƙarƙashin wannan hukuma a ƙarƙashin ministry da ake ce ma Ministry of Communication and Digital Economy, wato NIMSI kenan, wadda aka ba mu lasisi. A yau ina alfahari da sanar da mu cewa duk abin da ake bukata a tanada domin ci gaban wannan aiki, domin fara wannan aiki, an tanade shi ƙarƙashin jagorancin Dr. Bello Muhammad Matawallan Maradun a matsayin gwamna na farko a faɗin arewa wanda ya yarda ko wanda ya bada duk abin da ake bukatar a bada domin a buɗe wannan aiki. Wannan aiki zai bada takardar katin ɗan ƙasa ga duk wani ɗan ƙasa da ke cikin jihar Zamfara, da ganin cewa ya samu wannan takarda ta katin ɗan ƙasa ƙarƙashin jagorancin wannan hukuma tamu, wato wannan kamfani na Zamfara State Investment Company. Cikin iyawar Ubangiji yau za mu kaddamar da santa guda daga cikin santoci 20 da aka bamu dama mu fara operating ko mu fara aiki a kansu. Your Excellency, abin da ya tara mu kenan, kuma ina mai sanar da kai cewa duka abin da ya kamata a yi na cika sharuɗa da ƙa'idoji wanda ita wannan hukuma ta National Identity Management Commission ta shata, jihar Zamfara ta cika su, kuma an ba mu dama cewa muna iya mu fara aiki kowane lokaci. Wannan shine abin da ya tara mu, da izininka kuma abin da za a yi kenan a wannan rana. Na gode, wassalamu alaikum warahmatullah.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi. Alhaji Yahya Jibril Jarman Bukuyo to deliver his address.
Muhammad Gairi, the Honorable Commissioners here present, Your Royal Highness, the Emir of Gusau, the Honorable Special Advisors here present, Honorable Permanent Secretaries, and other distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. Today, my joy knows no bound as we all assemble here to witness the flag-off ceremony of the digital identity ecosystem under the National Identity Management Commission, NIMC, for capturing, enrollment, and issuance of national identity number, NIN, to the citizens of the state by His Excellency, the Executive Governor, ably represented by the State Head of Service. The Directorate of Investment and Public-Private Partnership is an organization created under the present administration in order to operate in accordance with the best global standards as obtainable in some of the states of the Federation, and in furtherance of the Directorate's zeal to acquire more input into the operational capacity. And also, the Directorate is saddled with the responsibility of carrying out all forms of investment, partnership, and arranging and managing beneficial public-private partnership PPP projects, as well as advising the government on viable investment windows and portfolios. Also, the Directorate is to work out modalities and technical details of any form of investment allowed by the law and partner with all MDAs for both foreign and domestic investment in the state, and also supervise the affairs of the Zamfara State Investment and Property Company, among others. Let me use this opportunity to salute His Excellency on his pragmatic approach in tackling the banditry situation of the state, thereby making the state peaceful for huge economic and infrastructural development. Your Excellency, the Directorate has acquired the license under the Digital Identity Ecosystem from National Identity Management Commission, NIMC, in January 2020 in order to operate a licensed service provider for the enrollment of Nigerians for the issuance of national identification number under the ecosystem. The Directorate of Investment and Poverty and Private Partnership, after acquiring the license, then handed it over to the State Investment Company Limited, being the business outlet of the Directorate for execution. The implementation of which is why we are here today. The project has the following benefits to the state. 1, providing employment opportunity to our teeming youths. 2, focus on rural dwellers who cannot access local government headquarters for their registration. 3, making available data needed by our investors. 4, the exercise will bring financial benefits as mentioned earlier by the MD, as it is a United Nations and World Bank assisted program, and a benchmark has been earmarked on each registration. The NIMC headquarters has forwarded to us the enrollment equipment specification, which cost the sum of 105 million naira only, and alhamdulillah, the State Executive Governor has approved the funds, and today we are here for the flag of the exercise. Let me thank this present administration under the able leadership of our great governor for the concern and making it possible for the achievements that the Directorate and the investment company have both achieved. Vis-a-vis, 1, purchase of 6 units of 3-bedroom flats at South End Estate Aviation District, Abuja, at the cost of 235,200,000 naira only by the year 2020. Purchase of a 5-star hotel at Cadastral Hotel Wusetu at the cost of 1,849,000,000 naira. 3. Purchase of a 2-story building serving as the office accommodation for the investment company, who have for the past 22 years been living as tenants. They have been living on rentages. This is the company's return to the trading on the floor of Nigerian stock exchange market, which has been dormant for decades, leading to loss of most of the state investment in many companies. 6. Recovery of huge individual investment, especially of stocks belonging to Zamfara citizens, especially civil servants. His Excellency has given approval for the establishment of Zamfara Food Processing Company at the cost of 225 million naira to be situated at Maradu local government. 8. Approval has also been given by His Excellency of 2 cottage industries to be established that will utilize some of the abundant greenfield produce readily available in Zamfara State, such as Zamfara Sweet Potato Chips and Flour Company in Shinkabi local government area of Zamfara State at the cost of 170 million naira. His Excellency has also graciously given approval of the sum of 500 million naira for the director for the purchase of gold from cadastral miners in order to curtail the sales of the gold from artisanal miners to curtail the sale of the gold to bandits, who in turn exchange the gold for sophisticated arms. So Alhamdulillah, this money will be utilized for that purpose. The state governor also released funds to the directorate in order to participate in the Dubai Expo 2020 Investment Summit, where the directorate met with visitors from 199 countries that opened windows for investors to come to Zamfara for investment purposes. There is no sweat without sweat, no success without challenge. Your Excellency may wish to know that the directors have some invitations and submissions from different angles by various investors who always request for the law that establishes the directorate. Alhamdulillah, the State House of Assembly has passed the bill into law and now waiting for His Excellency's assent. Your Excellency, we wish to have this law in our hands because all investors that come to Zamfara or are willing to come to Zamfara for investment are desperately looking for this bylaw to be issued to us. Your Excellency, sir, the success of this project and other programs of the Directorate of Investment and Public-Private Partnership and the investment company will be difficult to achieve without utility vehicles, as none is now available at the moment. Finally, I wish to thank everyone for having time to come and witness this great occasion. Thank you. Long live Directorate of Investment, long live Zamfara State, long live Your Excellency, and long live Nigeria. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. The Honorable Commissioner number 23 of 2007, and the Act
are charged with responsibility, among others, to create, manage, maintain, operate the National Identity Database and register all Nigerians and legal residents and issue with national identification number and subsequently issue with the General Multipurpose Card GMC. However, we need to scale up the registration brought about the pyramidal shift from the old fashion of registration done by NIMSI in its offices nationwide to include the private sectors and public sectors known as ecosystem. The ecosystem program were different. The ecosystem programs were different organizations were licensed by organizations, agencies, companies to carry out registration exercise at different locations in order to scale up the registration of Nigerians and legal residents in the database, which is in turn are being paid by the federal government. The Zamfara State government, under the able leadership of His Excellency Dr. Bello Mohammed Mutawallah Shatiman Dollar Usmania, is among the few states in the country that we are licensed to carry out the exercise. This is one of your patriotic efforts to make the state in the forehead in all human endeavor. Your Excellency, sir, permit me to crave your indulgence to explain the importance of the national identification number, which includes name is one of the basic requirements for the registration of WAEC, NECO, JAM, and all recruitment exercises that are being carried out in the nations. You have to produce your NIN number. NIN also is used for application for international passport or renewal of international passport. NIN also, last year, we performed the SIM linkage with the NIN so that it can tackle and reduce the security issues that we're facing in the country. NIN also can be used in opening the personal accounts. NIN also can be used in getting your driver license, registration with National Health Insurance Scheme, payment taxes, and transaction-related contributory function scheme. To access and welfare relevant services from the Nigerian government, example like N-Power, NACEL, NACIP, and also Your Excellency, sir, we are requesting you to make it mandatory for the Zamfara State Social Investment Program, so that anybody that's going to benefit in that must produce and have his national identification number. NIN also, transaction with social security implication can also be used. Land transaction subject to the Land Use Act. Those are among the major services that cannot be accessed without NIN. Finally, at this junction, Your Excellency may wish to know that all the services cannot be achieved without the full cooperation of both federal and state and local government, and we most sincerely thank you, Excellency, for your usual cooperation to this exercise since inception. But as people-oriented program, the Zamfara State NIMSI office is still looking forward for your support, both financially and material, for the benefit of the teeming people of Zamfara State. Assalamu alaikum. The head of service, representing the Excellency, shugabanmu, babanmu, sarakunanmu da ya halarci wannan wuri. A hakikanin gaskiya lokacin da na zo nan garin as the state coordinator, mun samu karbuwa ga sarakuna su suka share muna hawaye suka taimaka mana. Sannan ina kira ga Your Excellency sa ba kai zaɓen cin dare ba gaba MD Anas wannan mukamin. A hakikanin gaskiya mun yi aiki da shi ba dare ba rana a tabbatar da cewa an yi platform ɗin wannan sannan an samu. Sannan Zamfara State na ɗaya daga cikin jihohi waɗanda suka samu wannan lasis kuma suka yi amfani da shi, wasu jihohi ba su yi ba. Don haka ina kira ga Your Excellency sa ƙara taimaka mana ga ofis ɗinmu, muna fama da wasu matsaloli. In fact, ba mu da motor office yanzu haka don haka muna fatan head of service you can deliver our message to His Excellency. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. That has been the State Coordinator, National Identity Management Commission in person of Head of Service.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Royal Highness, other protocol duly observed. In the name of Allah, the most beneficent, the most merciful. To start with, I would like to forward the apology of His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Zamfara State, Dr. Bello Motawalla Marad, for his inability to be here with us. Actually, this occasion was scheduled to take place yesterday. His Excellency directed that it should be shifted today so that he will be able to attend. Unfortunately, it is not the will of Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Today, he was equally tied down by an equally important occasion at the government house, and he directed me to come and present this speech on his behalf and flag off and commission the centers. On that, I'm glad to be here today to commission the enrollment centers and kick off the National Identity Card project in Zamfara State, spearheaded by the State Investment and Property Development Company. The significance of mass enrollment of Nigerians, particularly the Zamfara population, into the National Identity Card project cannot be overstated. It is more important at this point of our country's social, political, and economic development, and heightened desire to address the current security challenges exacerbated by our porous borders. On behalf of His Excellency, I therefore urge all the state indigents to extend their support to make this laudable initiative a success. Aside from the security benefit of the exercise, as was mentioned earlier, having a national identity card is a requirement for WAEC, NECO, and other registrations. It is equally important for enrollment into the security outfits of the country. It was equally stated that the card will be required in opening bank accounts, international passport, driver's license, payment of taxes, etc. So it is my expectation that our people will key into the program in order to maximally drive all the benefit achievable out of it. Let me, on behalf of His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Zamfara State, express my gratitude to the federal government, particularly its Ministry of Communication and Digital Economy, for this novelty. We are particularly delighted that the security concerns of our dear state and other states facing similar challenges have been taken into account in the development and implementation of this program. The Federal Ministry of Communication and Digital Economy has been up and doing in extending cooperation and support to the state government to address the security challenges the state is battling with. They have extended numerous supports in this direction. Not too long, the ministry donated 200 e-pads to Abdul Polytechnic Talata Mofara and Zamfara State College of Art and Science, Gusau Zakas. This is in addition to other intervention through National Information Technology Development to our primary and secondary schools. In this regard, On behalf of His Excellency and the good people of Zamfara State, I want to assure the Directorate of Investment and Public-Private Partnership and the good people of the National Identity Management Commission our sincere determination and commitment to ensure the fulfillment of all the obligations related to the project. To demonstrate Zamfara absolute commitment to the whole exercise, approvals to all the requests for the investment company concerning this exercise has been granted by His Excellency. I also want to use this medium to appreciate the Directorate of Investment for introducing this project from presentations, licensed private vendors, like you are entitled to remuneration of $350 for every successful enrollment of a person, as mentioned earlier. On this note, it is my singular honor and pleasure on behalf of His Excellency the Executive Governor of Zamfara State to flag off the commencement of the National Identity Card Project and also commission 20 enrollment centers under the Directorate of Investment and Public-Private Partnership. Finally, I wish to dedicate the whole exercise to the glory of Almighty Allah. May it therefore benefit us and the entire humanity. Thank you all and God bless. Madadin mai daraja gwamna Dr. Bello Muhammad Tawallan Maradun Fadar Ƙasa Hausa, nake tsayuwa gabanku yau domin kaddamar da center guda 20 wadda za ta yi registration na shaidun zaman ɗan ƙasa. Wannan wani mataki ne mai daraja gwamna ya ɗauka na ganin cewa kowane ɗan Zamfara ya samu enrollment nashi, ya samu wannan identity card, kuma ya samu unique number nan da ake badawa. Domin ba tare da wannan number ba, kamar kana zama ba ɗan ƙasar Najeriya ba. To ganin yadda aka ban ma an bar shi hannun 'yan kasuwa cewa su yi wannan enrollment ɗin a biya su, ya kasance munan abun bai yi wani dogon tasiri sosai ba, saboda haraka irin wannan ta ICT ba ta shiga sosai a kasuwancinmu ba. So wannan kamfani tare da directorate nashi suka yi tunanin cewa lalle yana da muhimmanci a madadin gwamnati su je su nemo annan lasin da ake yi don enrollment na mutane, su zo a matsayinsu na kamfanin gwamnati su yi santa 20 domin ganin cewa ɗan Zamfara sun ci wannan ganima, kuma wannan registration kyauta ake yi. So muna godiya kwarai ga shi mai daraja gwamna wanda ya ba su duk abin da ake so domin su kawo wannan santa a matsayinsu na kamfani. Kuma babban abin burgewa ga wannan shine idan suka yi rijista kyauta, ita wannan kamfanin ƙarƙashin bankin duniya za a biya su kudin wannan registration da suka yi. So waɗannan kudin za su dawo ma gwamnati ne, saboda kamfanin gwamnati ke wannan aiki. Kaga an samu kudin shiga sun shigo. Ƙarin daɗi ma yaranmu da za a ɗauka su yi wannan aiki, ana sa ran za a iya samun miliyan 10 a kowane wata, wanda ke aka buga ga shekara 4 ne masu kundi. So muna sa ran matasanmu ɗimbi masu yawa za su shiga cikin wannan hidima, kuma insha Allahu za su samu abin da suka rika domin hidimar su ta yau da kullum. A ƙarshe muna kira ga jama'a su daure su samu wannan gajiyar, saboda nan gaba idan baka da wannan lamba to ba abin da za ka iya yi, har da rubuta wayar da ne ku wajen jarabawa. Allah ya taimake mu, Allah ya ba mu nasara. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Muhammad Gairi. Your Excellency, after the vote of thanks and the closing prayers, you will go inside to inspect. Company Secretary.
Feeling gratitude and nourishment like wrapping a present. Shatiman Sokoto, Bardan Kasa Hausa, Matawalla Maradun to grace our event at our very doorstep. I deem it our proud privilege to stand before Your Excellency and place it on record that this flag off took place under your watch. We are most grateful, Your Excellency. On the same note, Your Excellency, from the depth of our hearts, we say thank you for gracing our event. This will forever linger in our hearts. I said it will forever linger in our hearts, as since the incorporation of Zamfara State Investment and Property Development Company, with the exception of your humble self, Your Excellency, ably represented by the head of service, we have never received a serving governor, even when we were in dire need of their support. Your Excellency, your wisdom and outlook will forever be our source of inspiration. Thank you, Your Excellency. Our heartfelt gratitude also goes to all the guests present here, and also those invited guests who couldn't make it to our event. Thank you all.